Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I'm James and you're watching Blue Dog Reptiles. If you're new to this channel, thanks for tuning in. We bring you reptile care videos each and every Friday. If you are a subscriber, thanks for watching and supporting us as this channel continues to grow. It's absolutely incredible how far we've come in such a short way. And thank you to all the new subscribers. Now today we're doing another one of my favorite animals, and that is the red Saharan Uromastyx. Now, these guys are almost prehistoric. I mean, look at that tail. That's just absolutely incredible. And he's just like, you woke me up for this? What are you doing? This is our male. We do have a female, but we keep them separate. But this is a red Saharan Uromastyx. He's about 14 inches in length overall with his tail. Now, these guys come from North Africa, so they like it hot. And as you can see back there, we have the basking bowl back there. And we'll touch base on that in just a minute. You can see we have cork, we have rocks, we have the food, we have a water dish, and then just for the kicks of it, because Halloween's coming up, we have a fake decoration right here. It's like he killed him, or he's just staring at him like, serves you right, snake. Maybe, I wonder what he's pondering. I don't know. What do you guys think he's pondering? Can we get your thoughts, sir? Can we? No, you're just gonna stay silent? Okay. All right, so the diet of these guys, as you can clearly see here, is dark green, leafy greens. These guys, as juveniles, typically from birth to about 24 months old, they should be eating daily. And then once they hit 24 months, you can still feed them daily, just smaller portions. You can see we have mustard greens, we have collard greens, and he's been going through it because it's shred everywhere. And you can see that the white powder there, that's calcium. Yes, these guys need calcium. With D3 and without, vitamins are always crucial for these guys. And of course, always, you need the UV light, because when these guys are out in the plains of North Africa, they need that natural UV sunlight. These guys can be active, but most of the time during the day, they're just lounging around, absorbing the sunlight. I still can't get over this tail. I just love it. And these guys have really baggy skin. Oh, he's like, I don't like being touched. Okay, poke. Get it? Poke. He's on a pokey tail. But the habitat on these guys, we're actually getting ready to change this up. But typically these guys like the sand and soil mixture. Now, you may say, well, don't use sand. Well, guess what? These guys live on sand. There are different types of sand. So we always use calcium sand. And you can just use Reptisoil, because these guys do like to dig and get away from the heat. So you can do like a ratio of predominant sand, but you can also do an area of just soil. That way they can move around and cool down. We did just do a video. Was it a video on this channel? Yeah, it was on this channel. We did the Egyptian Uromastyx. Now, these guys are very similar. These guys don't get the size that Egyptians do. Typically about 14 to 16 inches is typically relevant. About the size of an adult bearded dragon. Yes, Huff, I am talking about you. He's like, what? Do you have food? No, I don't. Because you already ate today. But overall size is gonna be about standard of a bearded dragon. But so make sure when you put down the substrate to do a mixture of the sand and soil. We have them on Reptibark right now. We're getting ready to rescape some of these enclosures, so I didn't want to just toss out this bedding, but it's going to get added into a bioactive bin that can create new bioactive substrate for people. So that's why we're holding on to it. Enclosure size, I know I'm kind of all over the place today. And I forgot to say happy Friday. Anybody else happy that it's almost the weekend? And with that, if you guys are in town, make sure to swing by me and Mr. Huff here. and say hello because we're doing a fall weekend blowout sale. Now, that brings sales of lizards and geckos and fish and all the joys of all the lighting and whatnot. So, oh, and stick around to the end of the video because I actually have a couple of questions to ask you guys about 2 new guests. That's right, 2 that need names, and I really need help naming these guys. So now, like I said before, enclosure, you can see these guys are in a 4-foot enclosure, which is perfect for the size of this Uromastyx. Typically, as babies, these guys should be in about a 20 long minimum. And then as adults, these guys should be in a 40 breeder minimum. Yeah, now he's wide awake. Are you gonna talk now? Are ya? Are ya? Are ya? No? No? Okay. Look at that pattern. This is a boy. He does have the red belly on him. The females will have a white belly. Okay, look at that tail. I mean, that's like a dinosaur tail. Absolutely incredible. These guys are very docile in temperament. You don't ever have to worry about them being aggressive or lashing out. But yeah. So back to temperature on these guys, the overall basking. So if you remember right with the Egyptian Uromastyx video, they needed at a maximum 130 to 150 as adults. Now these guys, they're close, but not far off. They're between 100 and 120 as adults, and that's their basking spot. The overall ambient temperature should be between 80 and 85, and then the nighttime temps, because it gets cold in the desert, can be between 68 and 75 for your cool side. I recommend just shutting off all your lights at night unless your house gets way too cold. Then you might need to have a nighttime heat source like a ceramic bulb. But one of the crazy things is, unlike other Uromastyx, this guy, they rarely see humidity. So even in North Africa, where they get maybe a ½ inch of rain a year, these guys don't do well with it. So only 10 to 15% humidity. Make sure that your water dish is away from the light so that it's not evaporating and causing humidity in the cage. So that's why we have it over here. We also have a heat pad underneath that corner over there for at night. But both the UV and the basking bulb shut off at night for these guys. And like I said, want to reiterate, yes, these guys do need UV lights. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes just to make sure I clarify. We do recommend, especially when you get into the bigger enclosures, that you get a T5 high output, which is the length of the enclosure. That way, no matter where they're at, they can get UV light. But yeah, that is the red Saharan Uromastyx. What do you guys think? Do you think he's cool? Leave us a comment down below. We're gonna let him go, and he's gonna go off to what he's doing. So we're gonna close that real quick. I always have locks, so click. It's all locked. All right. So before we end this video, and if you're new to this channel, you haven't seen my store, this is my store, Blue Dog Aquatics and Reptiles. So we have all kinds of reptiles, but first off, so y'all remember Hot Rod. Hot Rod is our red and blue bar antelope panther chameleon. He is a good boy, and he loves to go to the shows and show off. Hi, buddy. So we have been busy, and we bred Hot Rod. These are both his 2 little kiddos. Now this is a young one, and he isn't too fond of being handled yet. Oh, don't bite me. Don't bite me, little one. Don't bite me. Where are you going? So he's starting to get his colors in. What do you guys think we should name him? Make sure to leave us a comment. I don't know. Don't just walk off my hand, but look at that color. All right, go back. Oh, I know, so angry. He definitely does need a little bit of work. But then we have one up. This one is a little bit older. This one's about a year old. That one's This one over here is about 6 months. But this one loves coming out, don't you? He's like, ah. They didn't even get a chance to see you. Look at that color. What should we name him, guys? He loves coming out and being held. And he's gonna go up my arm. Doo, doo, doo. Oh, he's smiling for the camera. Are you gonna go to the camera? Yep, you're actually gonna grab hold of the camera. All right. Sorry, guys, he's moving around. But yeah, what do you think we should name these two guys? Let us know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up and the subscribe button so you stay tuned every single Friday. Man, you messed up my focus, bud. It's trying to focus on the plant behind you, not you. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll bring you lots of shorts each and every day, including this guy. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you next Friday. Have a good weekend.